I found the phone co-writing actually quite good because you could hang up and you didn't have the pressure of being in the same room.
When you played out in the street.
But you will type something and just delete it again. That made writing a little less precious. You're more willing to get it wrong.
She just came and took their piece all the way up and all the way down.
I could relate in some senses to the sentiment behind the song, but probably would not have penned it.
Hello, Mick.
Hello.
Hello, how is the sound?
Great. Are you in Cork?
I'm in County Clare. I moved here about 7 years ago.
And how far away are you from each other?
About a half an hour.
Okay. How did you get to know each other?
I had done some support slots to Mick and his band. I think at some point he asked if I wanted to join ye for a song or two at the end of your set.
We have the same manager, Sheena Keane is her name. Sheena thought that it might be a good idea if we tried to sing together because our voices had a similar kind of tone, and she was right.
And I suppose from there, Sheena suggested maybe that we do a writing session together.
River blue, river blue, river blue.
Now, Mick, I can imagine that while working on your own for a number of years and someone moving in your songs must also feel a bit awkward.
Well, no. I mean, I'm kind of sick of myself anyway. So it's nice to have a set with some more variety in it.
River blue, river blue.
I have a friend in America who sends me songs every couple of days, 10 or 20 seconds long, and they're often jokey. And Blue River was one of them.
Okay.
The thing is, he can't really sing. So he sends me these little things and I have to kind of discern what melody he's kind of go for. And he goes, I think it was like, I'm a river of blue, scooting away from you. I'm a river of blue. And then he stops. But then there was something about it that was really sad. There's nothing he can do.
No.
It's all running away from him. That was the kind of inspiration for that song. So Andrew House is his name. So he has 50% of that song.
Blood is on golden ring. Love is war, cash is king. Wear the shoe and walk the mile. Spare the rod.
When we were kind of co-writing, we had to do it over the phone or in situations like this because the travel restrictions didn't allow us to go into the same room.
It definitely helped that we had known each other beforehand.
On the road, by pay you no mind to trouble. On the road, by pay you no mind to trouble.
I found the phone co-writing actually quite good because you could hang up and you didn't have the pressure of being in the same room. We'll just work separately on what we've been talking about and we'll reconvene in 15, 20 minutes. And you won't have to hear me fumble around with chords and confuse you while you're trying to do your own thing.
When you played out in the street, the bullies came and took their piece. When you tried to make ends meet, the cheaters came and took their piece.
You know, we did this thing, which I had never done before, but we'd open a shared Google Doc. I've recommended to so many musicians since then, you're less precious about like pen and paper. I might sit and mull over a word for a long time before writing it, but you will type something and just delete it again. That made writing a little less precious. You're more willing to get it wrong. It was also really helpful to have somebody else to bounce an idea off. It's either validated quickly or it's kind of agreed that something better could be found.
I know I'm not supposed to say it, but I think a man would make me whole. I'd have a friend to ease my trouble. I wouldn't have to be alone.
Why did you want to write this song Lonely Winds?
Social media tends to kind of pull up factions and some of that can rest into sexism and men versus women. I'm not a fan of the separation of the sexes like that. And certain women that I feel like I know are less likely to express feelings of, well, actually, I would like a companion.
I know I'm not supposed to say it, But I want a man to keep me warm, hold my body in the night as I give him what he wants.
Maybe the strong end of feminism might say, well, no, you don't need a man, and you shouldn't feel that you need a man. You are perfectly capable on your own.
I would agree with a lot of that sentiment. I think it's the yin and the yang that's important. We need both. And what drew me to Lonely Winds when I first heard it was that I could relate in some senses to the sentiment behind the song, but probably would not have penned it. That's a powerful thing.
Only beat everything you got, unless you got some love. Only beat everything you got, unless you got some love.
What was the influence of Evening Train, the musical, on you as a songwriter? Did it change your way of looking at the song, of your work?
Most of that musical was based on my first album, so a lot of the songs were already written. It also kind of makes me think about what we might do with this album, because this album is a concept as well. Working on the Evening Train thing made me think about what way we could present this album in a theatrical or cinematic type of way.
Only beat your queen of diamonds, only beat your holy war, only beats your hall of violence with a man at hell of soil.
Well, time is up, unfortunately. Thank you very much, Susan, Mick. Enjoy today.
Thank you very much, yeah.
Bye.
Bye.